Did you know that practicing positive thoughts and changing your mindset can actually improve your tinnitus? It might sound strange, but you can use these 8 techniques to not only deal with the stress and anxiety of dealing with tinnitus, but it can also help you retrain your brain to ignore the tinnitus sound signal. Practicing such techniques prompts neuroplasticity, which can help change behaviors and reactions to tinnitus inside of your brain. Okay, let's get started on how changing your mindset can improve tinnitus or hyperacusis symptoms. Number 1 is called gratitude journaling. It is so common for people with tinnitus to really focus and dwell on how tinnitus is affecting their lives. And while those feelings are valid, it can make us lose sight of the positive things in our lives. Consider what you're grateful for and write it down in a journal. Make a list of things, both big and small, that you can appreciate about your day. I'm grateful, for example, for the beautiful sunny day that we're having, or I'm grateful for the time that I was able to spend with my children this morning before they went to school. Making this a daily practice can boost your mood and change your outlook and perspective. It's a way to promote positive thoughts and train your brain to realize that even though you may be experiencing anxiety, stress, and other challenges like tinnitus, there is still so much more to be grateful for. It helps you put things into perspective and focus more on the good parts of your day rather than the not so good parts, like problematic tinnitus. Problematic tinnitus, it can put us in a negative mood and just a general overall negative mindset, which can be hard to get out of. If you start to highlight even small positive things throughout your day, you're helping your brain get out of that negative cycle. You will slowly start to change the way you feel towards tinnitus, not to something that's positive or that you love, but just to something that you're learning to become indifferent to and neutral. This is a necessary step in the journey towards habituation. Number 2, our second method, is group counseling or group coaching. Attending group counseling or coaching sessions can be so impactful because they allow you to hear other people's stories and share your own. It may be overwhelming because you might not know where to look to find a support group for tinnitus, but there are a lot that can actually be found through the American Tinnitus Association. Your local audiologist may offer a support group, and we here at Treble Health actually offer group counseling 2 times a month. Once you find a group, you may be more nervous because you don't know what to expect. One thing that can help calm your nerves is that everyone has probably felt the same way you did and are feeling the first time they attended. You also don't know who has already been there or who's also there for the first time. In a group setting, you do not have to open up right away if you don't want to, and you can simply be an active listener the first time you attend and start to open up as you get to feel more comfortable. It really can help knowing that you aren't alone in experiencing some of the challenges and stressors in life that might worsen tinnitus symptoms. There is no one-size-fits-all treatment for tinnitus, but it can be very reassuring to hear other people's success stories who have reduced their symptoms through these types of programs, and with the treatments like habituation, which means learning to rewire and retrain the brain to focus less on tinnitus. You've gotten through challenging things before, and you can get through tinnitus and promote the natural brain's process of habituation. The third method is called file it. Imagine you have a filing cabinet in your mind, which holds all of the negative thoughts and emotions. When you have a negative or anxious thought, you want to put it in the filing cabinet. For example, you might be thinking, this tinnitus is driving me nuts, or it's making me feel so bad right now that I'm not going to be able to fall asleep tonight. Put that thought in the filing cabinet away in your mind and file it for another time, because right now you do not have to be thinking or feeling this way. Another example might be that I'm sitting on my couch after a tough day at work. My tinnitus is just so loud, and you're having this automatic negative thought feeling that your tinnitus is just never going to go away, and it's so incredibly loud, you hate it so much. Well, take that negative thought and put it in the filing cabinet in your back of your mind, and then focus on going back to relaxing or watching the TV show you're watching on Netflix, or just breathing in and out and trying to enjoy the moment, being at home, no longer at work. You don't need to be a tinnitus expert to do any of these methods, but it's important to remember that a tinnitus-trained audiologist can make sure you're receiving the right treatment for your specific tinnitus subtype. They can help you with learning how to retrain your brain and recommend other professionals who can help you reduce the ringing or buzzing in your ears. If you'd like to work with me or any of the other incredible, talented audiologists on our team, you can click the link on the screen for a free consultation. During this call, you'll receive personalized advice and practical strategies tailored specifically to your unique situation. This free telehealth consultation has already empowered countless individuals to take control of their tinnitus. Moreover, it's an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you may have directly to our specialists. I'm truly proud of this initiative because I've seen firsthand how it can provide solutions that traditional approaches might overlook. Don't hesitate, claim your free discovery call now by clicking the link above. Okay, now let's dive right back into exploring effective techniques for managing tinnitus and hyperacusis. The fourth technique is called STOP. S-T-O-P-P. The STOP method is most useful when you have an automatic negative thought or when you're noticing that something's not quite right. Maybe it's when you're having a fluctuation to your tinnitus and you're really having a tough day because it's much louder and you're noticing that you're a bit more on edge and agitated. So the S stands for stop. Stop literally moving. If you're noticing that you're anxious, if you're noticing that your shoulders are tense, or you're just having a lot of negative thoughts, just stop what you're doing. The T is for take a few deep breaths. Relax your stomach, fully exhale all of your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. O is observe. Observe your thoughts. Say, okay, I know I was just having a tough moment. I'm just going through something. What's happening here? Observe the thoughts and emotions that you're having without judgment. P, the first P, put things into perspective. We can say, although I'm having a hard time enjoying sitting in my living room on my couch, I'm really fortunate to be able to be done with my workday, able to relax, looking forward for the weekend. You want to think about your gratitude journal in this instance and what advice you might give to a friend who's feeling the same way you are or who's in the same situation that you are in the moment. We oftentimes give our friends and family better advice than we give ourselves. So taking a step back to think about what you would actually say to someone that you cared about and using that same advice for yourself can be very, very powerful and very positive. The second P is for process. Process with kindness and compassion for yourself. Practice acceptance of the situation and knowing that you don't have to fix everything now and you don't have to be totally in control of a situation. The fifth method is called the 5-4-3-2-1 method. And this technique helps to reduce anxiety. So you want to lean on this method if you're having a fluctuation to your tinnitus and feeling really overwhelmed by the sound, and you just want to use other sensory stimulation to help distract your brain away from the symptoms. For 5, you want to identify 5 things that you are looking at and seeing. So you're going to use your sense of vision first. 4, you're going to use your sense of touch. So find 4 things that you can actually touch and touch them for real. Actually touch them and feel and think about what you're touching. Is it soft? Is it cold? 3 is for identifying 3 things that you are actually able to hear that are not your tinnitus. So you might be listening to your heartbeat, you might be listening to the air conditioning, you might be listening to your neighbor mowing their lawn. Number 2, you want to identify 2 things that you can smell. And number 1 is get 1 thing that you can taste. So this is the moment to go and take out your secret stash of chocolate and indulge. Focus on what it tastes like, how it feels, how it smells, everything, and just enjoy what you're eating in that moment. This method can be helpful as a form of sensory stimulation that gets us out of our head and can reduce the sound of tinnitus and allow us to focus more on our other senses. 6 is trying out mindfulness-based stress reduction. Mindfulness usually means meditation, but it can also mean awareness and observation of your thoughts and just overall being present in the moment and in your environment. When using mindfulness, it can also help you with concentration and your sleep. So some examples of mindfulness that can help you feel more present and grounded is to take a moment to think about how, let's say, for example, the chair underneath you feels, how your socks feel on your feet, how the wind feels if you're sitting outside against your skin. You might think about all the smells around you if you're sitting outdoors and, all the flowers are blooming. So just trying to focus on some of those smaller details in our everyday that can help make you feel like you're more part of the moment. And this also ties into your gratitude journaling because it allows you to see the positive things that are happening around you and in this present time. Number 7 is make a checklist. During the moments that you feel like you're having breaks in your anxiety or you're having breaks from tinnitus, whether it's a really short break or a longer one, make a list of these wins. Keep a list of these wins somewhere that you can actually see them and go back to. So you might put them on your fridge, or you might be using your notes in your phone so you can open it up and look at when you're having a tough moment. And this can help you so you're reminded of all the progress that you're actually making, and you can see that your brain is learning and changing. Neuroplasticity is starting to take place. If you're experiencing moments of relief, you're winning. You're on the path to recovery. The longer your lists get, the more it represents the bigger breaks you're having from tinnitus and anxiety. And our 8th and final technique is self-care. Self-care is so important whether or not you have tinnitus, just to keep you feeling healthy and happy. One example of something that you can do is go and get a massage. A lot of people enjoy going out to get massages, but if you have tinnitus, it can be especially effective, whether it's going to get a professional massage or just doing some self-massage. There's an audiovestibular nerve that innervates from your neck and around to your face and up into your jaw. Loosening these muscles with massage can alleviate tension and stress that you may be having that's contributing to your overall perception of tinnitus. You can schedule a professional massage, or like I said, just get a small massaging device that you can use at home. You can also focus on stretching. Stretching feels great. Some individuals like to go get acupuncture. You can also just do some deep breathing exercises or just exercise in general, whether it's a formal workout or just going for a brisk walk or playing a fun game of basketball can be a really great way to feel better. So there you have it, my friends. Put these 8 methods in your toolkit to help you navigate the ups and downs of tinnitus and hyperacusis. These simple methods can help you change your mindset and move away toward those anxious thoughts and moments that can sometimes intensify tinnitus. Pay attention to what you're doing well and think about all the ways your mind can adapt and change to make tinnitus and hyperacusis an issue of the past. Beyond the CBT methods we just went over here, there's a plethora of evidence-based treatment available for tinnitus. Our team at Treble Health is dedicated to helping individuals like yourself navigate the options, which is why we're offering a complimentary discovery call to assist you. Take the first step by clicking the Book a Free Call image link on your screen. Scheduling this free telehealth consultation with one of our Treble Health team members means you'll get a Zoom call which includes a thorough assessment of your tinnitus case, a personalized treatment plan tailored to address your specific needs, and an opportunity to ask any question you may have directly to a specialist. Simply click the link provided on the screen to kickstart your journey today.